Hello, this is RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy. Hey guys, so today I'm bringing you the top 10 tech items of CES 2018, and we're not doing projects, we're not doing concepts that might come out or might never come out, but that definitely aren't coming out this year. That's the thing about CES, you get so many awards and so many nominations. I mean, Jesus Christ, there are so many nominations. But the really big thing that I really wanted to make a difference of, these are 10 tech items that are coming out this year that are being released this year. And that's the big difference from them, and that maybe not got all the attention at CES, but they really should because of the innovation they're really doing. So let's start off with number 10. Number 10 is similar to something that got talked about a lot when that was Razer's Project Linda, but what I'm talking about is the Mira Book. The Mira Book can take your smartphone and turn it into a laptop. It can do this with pretty much any Type C smartphone as far as I know right now. It can definitely do it with the Samsung smartphones and even give you Samsung DeX as an interface. It can also do it with, say, the Huawei Mate 10 Pro, and there's some really innovative things happening with this system. Although they don't say it's supported on their website, which I'll put the link in the description down below for, but I even saw the Switch connected to it, the Nintendo Switch. You got a bigger screen for it. So really cool, the fact that you have a laptop on the go for more versatile, different kind of phones. And we hope to be reviewing it when it comes out, because this is something that I think you guys will really like, and I can't wait to get my hands on it to really test out, see if it does well. Now, number 9, I wanted to get a TV in here, and it was really hard to determine which TV deserved it the most. I argued with myself at first about the Panasonic OLED TVs, because we have a new OLED player. Right now, you know, there was LG and Sony, and now there's Panasonic. And OLED is the current best TV technology. Current, because we're going to talk more about that later. But the big thing about OLED is it's really great quality. The thing where I have to give it to LG though is for number 9, LG really has the best OLED offering right now because of the fact that they have an AI interface now with Google, and that is just really great. You have Google Assistant built in your TV, and that's not only great, but the biggest thing about LG is they have the widest range that I've seen in OLED TVs. So this new system is going to their cheapest OLEDs, which go on sale sometimes for like under $2,000, which for an OLED is a really good price. And they go as high up to their flagship prices. So that's really cool and really something I am very interested in, and I'm curious to see how well it does later on. Overall, I think LG has really stepped it up with the OLED market, and they're currently still the best TVs, at least from what I've seen out there on the market. Now the next one is going to be a smartphone, and there wasn't many smartphones announced at CES, because let me put it this way, with CES there was a lot of smartphones that were talked about that had already been talked about, already been announced before CES, but one that was pretty much announced at CES was the Asus Zenfone Max Plus. Now that's a mouthful, but the biggest thing about it is over 4,000 milliamp battery, and it only costs $230. Now that is something that I find very interesting and something I definitely want to test out. The best part about it is it comes out, I believe, in February, so only next month. So again, you don't have to wait too long for it. It is coming out this year, and it's something we're definitely going to test out on the channel. We hope to reach out to Asus to get that one, but either way, I think it's going to be something that we should definitely take a look at. For entry-level price point, to have a bigger battery than almost every single smartphone of 2017 is saying something. All right, now the next one for number 7 is going to be an interesting one. So I know I said I don't want to do concepts and I don't want to do projects, right? So here's the clarification with that. The Samsung Micro LED wall, the wall. Well, here's the thing. It's actually going to be officially announced, the price point, everything for this TV in March. And they did say, a rep did say they expect it to come out this year. So although we don't have an exact date for release yet, it is expected to come out this year. Now, will most people be able to afford it? No, 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 no. This is going to be easily over 50,000, probably over 100,000 without breaking a sweat. My guess is 150, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, that might sound like, well, why are you bringing this up? because of the innovation this brings. Micro LED coming from Samsung is really interesting for two reasons. One, this is a modular design, so theoretically you can design it however big or however small you want. So think about it one day where you can literally have a TV take up an entire wall, or just have a TV, you know what, I really have just 44 inches for this TV set that I want. Can I make that? And you can literally make it. That's what's really cool about this innovation that brings a different style to it. And they're starting off with 147 inch, I think the wall was. Two though, and more importantly to me, the birth of micro LED. Now, I had talked about micro LED earlier in this year, but I did not know how really good it was going to be. I knew it was going to be better than OLED. And yes, it is, I just said it, better than OLED. The real reason is because it has the benefits of OLED without having the downside of it. You won't have a screen burn in, it's brighter than OLED, and it has the ability to self-illuminate, meaning it can go completely black and you get those deep rich blacks that you've only gotten with OLED. Here's the thing, this is obviously going to be better next year when we get it in the 80-inch TV or in a 65-inch TV. When Samsung gets away from QLED and goes towards this, that's going to be the big picture right there. But even this year, for it coming out, yes, only the super rich people might be able to get it, but it is something that's coming out this year, and it's something that's very exciting for the future of screens in general. Now the next one is going to be a laptop, and this is one of the most interesting laptops that a lot of people have been talking about, and that is the Asus Nova Go 4G LTE. Now these are one of these new laptops that have the Qualcomm Snapdragon processors 835 in it, and the big deal about this laptop is that it's a 22-hour battery life. Yes, it comes with a crappy version of Windows, Windows S, however you can immediately upgrade to full Windows and get rid of that garbage called Windows S. Now, that being said, the best part about this is that you have a really great laptop that you can do everything on the go with. You have LTE built in, so I'm really curious what carriers will charge for it. I would say if carriers want to make this a big hit, do $10 a month onto your plan, and that's going to be perfect. But it's curious to see what they're going to charge for it. Overall, I think this is a really interesting idea of having internet on the go, having almost a 24-hour battery life, and having the ability to do all your basic usage. It kind of defeats the purpose of a tablet for me, to be honest, because if I can have a really good screen and have internet on the go all the time and have a nice screen to watch movies and stuff like that on, I feel less and less inclined to get a tablet, and I feel this might be the way to actually replace tablets. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section down below. Alright, coming in at number 5 is a really interesting one that I kind of felt came out of nowhere, but it was inevitable. And that is the Lenovo Mirage Solo. Now, this is a really interesting device. It is a standalone VR headset that is operated with the same power of like a Pixel XL2, but you just pay one base price and you have this only VR headset. Now this is really great because it is standalone, so you still have the Qualcomm Snapdragon 835 built into it, you have 4 gigs of RAM built into it, and the best part about it is that you don't have a phone in it. So it's not being bogged down by all the phone's system updates, operating system, all of that stuff. It is just Google Daydream. Now Google Daydream, I've heard, has come out a long way since I last used it last year, so I'm really curious to see how far it's come and if there is a lot of support, because if there is, this is going to be a really interesting thing because this is a pure standalone VR wireless headset, and that's really interesting because it has a benefit over the Gear VR because you don't have to use your phone in there and you're not wasting your phone's battery life, it's just this device's. And if it can actually come up with some really good quality, which apparently the screen is really good, to get at least closer to a computer VR headset, then that's going to be really interesting, and that's what we really want to get to. We want VR that's completely wireless, and will this be the thing that gets us there, or at least gets us one step closer? I'm really curious. Alright, the next one is going to be our second laptop, and it has to be the new Dell XPS 13. Now, this laptop was just phenomenal. We looked at it at CES and it was just awesome. The quality of it, the feel of it, the lightweight, the screen, I mean, that almost bezel-less design is really great, and Dell is really doing something great. A lot of you have requested me to review a Dell in the past, and I have reached out to them, and there is a long wait list obviously for this laptop, but hopefully we'll be getting it soon at some point, because it's something that I really want to test out for you guys and see what all the fuss is about with the Dell XPS series. All right, and number 3 is going to be one thing that I was hoping for at CES, and one thing I was very excited we got, and that is the Lenovo Smart Display. Now this is like basically a Google Home mixed with an Amazon Echo Show. Basically, it's a Google Home that has a screen on it, and that's really great because you can use more functions of it. It operates really great by a bedside, or obviously in a kitchen, someplace where you want to just use your voice and you still have a great screen to go on all the time. Not only that, but it brings routines which are amazing. One phrase to do multiple things on a Google Home. That is awesome. It's definitely one thing I wanted. I can finally do my video for Netflix and Chill, where you lower the lights and turn on Netflix. Yeah. So that's really cool. Just a lot of fun stuff coming from there, and something I'm definitely excited to play around with and test out more when it comes out. Number 2 is something that I never expected, but something that I just had to see in person. And as I've taken care of my niece, I definitely understand that kids see things over and over and over again. So that being said, it's a really cool concept of MirrorViz. MirrorViz is a projector screen that allows 2 people to watch the same screen, but watch each something entirely different just by their positioning. So one person can be on one side of the couch and watch a kid's movie, and another person can be on the other side of the couch and watching YouTube. And that's just because you both have your own sources. So you can, one person has a Roku and one person has a Chromecast or an Android TV or whatever, or your laptop or a phone, obviously. But you have these screens, projectors connected, and they both do connect to this special screen. And this projection on this screen, the screen manipulates it so that one person can see one thing and another person can see another thing. It's really awesome. Something you definitely need to see in person to really appreciate. And I just, it lit up, like, just the idea of even having, 2 gamers play on a Nintendo Switch on a full screen TV, or playing a PS4 on, and you each have your own full screen. Think about that. You can actually have 2 people having a PS4 or 2 people having an Xbox, and both you can play on a full-size screen, and you can't see the other person's screen. There's no cheating going on. There's no split screen. You both have full screen. That is what every kid dreamed of in the N64 days, when we had a little 1/4 of a screen to go on. Now you get a full screen, and that's awesome. This is something that gamers, I think, have always wanted, and I would think parents would definitely want as well. Something I'm definitely excited for, and hopefully we get to check it out. All right, and what was the number 1 tech item that out of CES? Well, that had to be the Vivo smartphone with Synaptics in-display fingerprint scanner. Guys, this got me so excited at CES. This was the big thing that I was just like, yes, we're finally getting this. I don't care what anyone says, Face ID is worthless compared to a fingerprint scanner, and I do not like fingerprint scanners on the back, no matter how good the placement is, because it's nowhere near as good as the ability where you do not have to pick up your phone, where you can unlock it in a car very easily. It is just so much better with having it on in front of a screen. And the fact that it's in the display, so we still get these beautiful infinite displays that we got in 2017 and 2018, that gets me so excited. I hope so bad that we get this kind of scanner on things like the Pixel 3, on the Galaxy Note 9, even on the next iPhone. I hope they get, I know they spent money on Face ID, but this is so much better than that. And it really is something that I have just been waiting for 2 years now, I think. We've been promised this. So hopefully this is the year the technology finally comes out, and I got so excited upon seeing it in person, and it's just so great. All right, so to recap, at number 10, we have the MirrorBook, which turns your smartphone into a laptop. Number 9, we have the LG OLED TVs, now with Google Assistant AI built into it at all of its price ranges. For number 8, we have the Asus Zenfone Max Plus. For number 7, we have the Samsung Micro LED TV, known as The Wall, 147-inch TV, I believe. And then we have the Asus Nova Go LTE, this laptop that can last for over 22 hours on the go with LTE. Then we have number 5 coming in with Lenovo Mirage Solo, a standalone VR headset that really is going to be quite interesting. For number 4, we have the Dell XPS 13. This is a smooth and beautiful looking laptop that I'm very curious to test out. Number 3, we have the Lenovo Smart Display, a Google Assistant with a screen and has some features that I cannot wait to test out. Hopefully it has Chromecast built into it as well. That would be awesome. Number 2 is the MirrorViz dual screen projectors. Basically, you have 2 screens in one screen. All you have to do is point 2 different projectors at it, and you can use 2 different people playing 2 different things. And finally, number 1, you have the Vivo smartphone with the built-in fingerprint scanner from Synaptics on the display. Alright guys, let me know which one of these were your favorite. Which one are you most excited for this year in 2018? Or are you excited for another technology that comes out in 2018? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you as always for watching. This has been RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy. Thank you for watching our video. If you liked it, why don't you go ahead and subscribe up there. Make sure you follow us on social media right here. And of course, check out our latest video up there, and right down here, you're going to find the perfect video for you. Or at least that's what YouTube tells me. Thanks again.